You want to get Luke 1 again?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Back to the top.
You can go ahead. All right. So this is the instance of, this is where the Gospels first, the same Gospels that you hear about in the New Testament was the same glad tidings that were talked about and prophesied about in the so-called Old Testament. Let's prove it.
It's Luke 1 and 19.
Okay.
And the angel answering said unto him, I am Gabriel, that stand in the presence of Yahweh, and am sent to speak unto thee, and to shew these glad things.
One more time.
It's a lot. Luke 1 and 19. And the angel answering said unto him, I am Gabriel, that stand in the presence of Yahweh,
Come.
and am sent to speak unto thee, and to show thee these glad tidings.
See that? Now, what's the word for gospel in the Greek, and what is the meaning?
To announce good news, especially the gospel, declare bring, declare show, glad, tidings, preach.
Come up, son. Yeah.
To announce good news, especially the gospel.
Go back. Show them you clicking the word.
It's all
Red letters
Red
in the
letter.
book of Luke. See that? And the word is, yeah, that's what it is. You angelizo.
that's in the Greek.
Yep. That's the word for gospel in Greek. And the Gospels was written in the Greek. The New Testament is written in Greek. So before the word gospel became gospel, it was euangelizo. They transferred euangelizo to be the word we know now as gospel in English. Before it was translated, the word gospel was euangelizo. What does it mean?
To announce good news, especially the gospel, declare bring, glad tidings.
Glad what?
Glad tidings.
Read that again. Luke 1 and 18. Now listen to this.
Luke 1 and 19.
You good?
And the angel answered said it to him, I am Gabriel, that stand in the presence of Yahweh,
Come.
and I am sent to speak unto thee, and to shew thee these glad tidings.
Now let's get it. See that? Now let's see where it originate from. Get read from before you get that. Read from whoever want to get Romans 15 and 4 to show them why we go back. You know what I'm saying? You gotta whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's never gonna get old. Cause that's why we do it. You know what I'm saying? Romans 15 and 4. That's the reason why. We're gonna bring it up.
Romans 15 and 4.
Come.
For whatsoever things were written aforetime.
What's aforetime before the New Testament? The Old Testament.
Hebrew Testament.
See?
Hebrew scripture, yeah.
Hebrew, exactly. Come.
For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
So when the angel Gabriel would come, that's what it said, right? We had hope because we go back and forth. You know what I'm saying? We go to the old. The old was to teach us. So when the New Testament came, we know what the hell is going on. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was about. And that's why the Pharisees was found liars, because they supposed to know what's going on, because they supposedly been in the scriptures, right? When Yahushua came, they knew that Yahushua was supposed to come. They knew. But when he came, they was confounded. That's showing you it's more than you actually just reading it and knowing it. Because you Christians, it's the so-called Christians out there that know the scriptures. They can quote this, they quote that. They go into the history, blah, blah, blah. They done been to Italy and all that shit.
You have eyes but not see.
Yeah.
You have ears but not hear.
But can't simply get that this only for Israelites. You can't simply get that he only came for Israel. Can't simply get he only died for Israel. Can't simply get that he's coming back to bring punishment. Can't simply get the kingdom is only for Israel. Can't simply get that the Israelites were scattered to 4 corners of the earth. Can't simply get that the New Testament Gentiles is talking about Israelite foreigners. Amongst other nations, Israelites living in other nations that they were prophesied to, be living in other nations for the wrong lifestyle they was living and the provoking of the Father, not keeping the commandments. So they would be scattered to the 4 corners of the earth, and they would become like the other nations. And Yahushua will have to come after the Maccabean revolt, and etc. You know what I'm saying? The Hasmonean dynasty, thus bringing the Herodian dynasty, which tried to kill Yahushua when he was a baby. You know what I'm saying? Because he knew the scriptures, right? He read the Old Testament. He read the things that were aforetime. So that's why we know when we got to the New Testament, those same glad tidings being the gospel, right? In a nutshell, gospel is glad tidings in a nutshell. They don't have to always say glad tidings. Because if you simply know what gospel is, gospel means glad tidings. Angelizo, right? We read in the Old Testament about glad tidings. Let's get it. Isaiah 61 and 1.
Isaiah 61 and 1. And the spirit of Yahweh B'Ashem Yahushua is upon me.
Come.
Because Yahweh hath appointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek.
See that? So the gospel is for the meek, man. The meek, everybody the meek? No, the meek is the Israelites, man. Keep going.
He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives.
Who are the captives, man? We're the captives, the Israelites, man. See that? You goddamn Edomites not captives. How the hell you talking about the gospel for you? You damn Chinese people ain't captives, so-called. Damn Moabites, we're the captives. And the Northern Kingdom captives and lambs that were theirs. Before it was yours, that's not even our original land. But we were in these lands first. You came and conquered and took over and stole it and put us in captivity in our own damn land that we showed you how to live on. Keep going. So this gospel not for you, you damn devils, you damn heathens.
Isaiah 61 verse 1 from the top. The spirit of Yahweh B'Ashem
Got it?
The spirit of Yahweh B'Ashem Yahushua is upon me. Because Yahweh hath anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and the opening of the prison to them that are bound, to proclaim the acceptable year of Yahweh and the day of vengeance of our God, to comfort all that mourn.
Now let's get what the good news is. What verse is there?
That was Isaiah 61 verse 2. To appoint unto them that mourn in Zion.
Mm-hmm. You see, and where?
In Zion.
See? It's not for you, man. These glad tidings is not for you.
To give unto them beauty for ashes. The oil of joy for mourning.
We about to come up, man. We ain't finna be ashy no more. What they say? We about to go from ashy to classy, man.
Ashy to classy.
Yeah, see it. And Dave Chappelle say that. This is a lot of that. But he'll be back on the other side. Go ahead.
The garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness. That they might be called trees of righteousness.
Woo! What? It say trees is men. See that? That's a lineup for what's that? Mark 8:24. I see man
in the streets.
Yeah, man in the streets. What scripture was that?
That was Isaiah 61 verse 3.
That line, that's the line, that's the link up. So we ain't making this up, man. Holding the winds back, from hurting out the trees. You know what I'm saying? So we have sealed the service of our Lord in their foreheads. Who is them trees? Men. See? And it's really talking about those trees are actually who? Israelites. The wicked ones. The whole Bible only about us, man. You gonna be destroyed by default, you heathens. See that? going.
That they might be called trees of righteousness.
Woo!
The planting of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, that he might be glorified. And they shall build the old waste.
What?
They shall build the old wastes.
This the good news, man.
They shall raise up the former desolations, and they shall repair the waste cities, the desolations of many generations.
We finna come back, man. This the kingdom, man.
Get that Mark 8:24 for you.
Yeah.
Mark 8:24. And it says, and he looked up and said, I see men as trees walking.
Link right up. If you go to that, so when you go to that in the Revelation, when it say hurt not the earth nor the trees, so we have sealed the servants of our the servants of our Lord in their foreheads, meaning the prophets, right? Because the servants is who? The prophets. You know what I'm saying? So those trees will be the wicked, the non-servants. You know what I'm saying? The Israelites, mainly you got them Edomites, because you're the reason why people wicked. You got them devils. Keep going, Ak. Good line. Yeah. Right, time.
Isaiah chapter 61 verse 5.
Come on.
And strangers shall stand and feed your flocks.
Woo-hoo! We said who?
And strangers.
Y'all going into slavery, man. Keep going, man.
And strangers shall stand and feed your flocks.
Yeah.
And the sons of the alien shall be your plowmen.
Slaves, servants. Yeah. Beautiful. This the good news. This the gospel. This the glad tidings. Call halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, man. Keep going.
And the sons of the alien shall be your plowmen and your vine dressers.
Woo! You gonna bring my grapes. Like I said, we gonna have conky, man. Hey, man, it's all there. It's here. We're in the furnace of, this is the furnace of affliction right now, man. Be cold as hell. You know what I'm saying? Hands cold as hell. This all right. This ain't nothing. It's a light affliction. Get that. Romans 8:18. Go ahead, Ak.
But ye shall be named the priest of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah.
Yeah, man. Beautiful. Keep going.
Men shall call you the ministers of Yahweh, our God.
No, they gonna call us niggas.
Ministers. Ye shall eat the riches of the Gentiles, and in their glory shall ye boast yourselves.
So all the shit, they wear the stones, they wear the rubies. You got heathens dying in ruby rings. They can't afford no goddamn ruby. A real ruby.
Real ruby.
We gon' read that one again.
Isaiah chapter 61, verse 6. But ye shall be the Salakia, but ye shall be named the priest of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Men shall call you the ministers of our God Yahweh. Ye shall eat the riches of the Gentiles, and in their glory shall ye boast yourselves.
Hey,
call that again, Ak.
That's that Romans 8:19. Hey, that's that that's that underwater cribs. You know what I'm saying?
We about to get all.
We finna get all that, man. We about to get all that. We about to get all that, man. I'ma have, Lord willing, I can't even say we're gonna have couches, but whatever we're gonna be sitting on as a couch, it's gonna be next level. I'm gonna have sand laid out in front of the couch. I'm gonna have, you know what I'm saying? Who doing that? Fuck a rug. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have sand in front of the couch. Like I'm on the beach, man. With stones in the sand. Getting the energy. You know what I'm saying? Immortal. Sitting there immortal. I can't die no more, man. Oh my goodness, man. Yahweh Shah on the earth. We can go to Yahweh Shah whenever we want. What else we got, Jake? This the good news.
I can't even speak.
So it said, if judgment gonna start at us, how much more? So it gotta be niggas in the truth effing up. You know what I'm saying? Cause that's who it's talking about. It's us.
First.
I left you in charge.
Begins at the head.
Yep. Then it's gonna go down to the 2/3 that didn't want to get it. They ain't gonna have an option. They just gonna be off with your head. You know what I'm saying? Ash to ashes, dust to dust. Esau can get, see, that's too easy for Esau. You know what I'm saying? You really don't want most of them to die. You know what I'm saying? Because their hell is truly seeing you on top. It's being around righteousness. You know? That's like when they had Freezer tied up on that episode in that gay little land when the animals were singing to him. They ain't killed. It wasn't death for Freezer. That ain't suffering for them. He like death. Make him keep the Sabbath the right way. Make him sit in front of a 7-candle menorah, not a 9-candle. That's gonna piss him off. You walking around out, you know, he can't call you nigga no more. He gonna be the nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's the good news, man. Is there more on that in the good news?
Yep. Isaiah 61, verse 7. For your shame ye shall have double, and for confusion
Come up.
they shall rejoice in their portion. Therefore in their land,
Because they the damn double. It said for what?
in their they shall rejoice in their portion.
For their confusion.
For their confusion.
See
and
that?
for confusion.
You keep going.
And for confusion they shall rejoice in their portion.
So if we got double, they gonna have double. See that? Double what they did to us, and we gonna have double what they did.
Possibly had.
Yeah.
Therefore in their land they shall possess the double. Everlasting joy shall be unto them.
we gonna double.
For I, Yahweh, love judgment. Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shas, Laki, love judgment. I hate robbery for burnt offering. And I will direct their work in truth. And I will make an everlasting covenant with them.
With who?
With them.
Zion. Contact with them. You see that? Nipsey Hussle said that song, double up. You know what I'm saying? 3 or 4 times. You know what I'm saying? But in the world though.